बोल साचे दरबार की जय, जगत जननी माता जी twadi sada आई जय. This Sakhi is for Huzurji's small little kids who are, I know it's a little hard to understand or read Hindi. So Auntie is going to do this efforts for all of you, where you are going to listen to these stories. Stories are like Sakhis of Huzurji. So we have the stories of Ramayana, Gita, which are religious mythological stories. So now we have our great powerful Guru, and Auntie is going to record these Sakhis so that you guys can understand and listen to his power and be a more devotional devotee of Huzurji and Mataji. So children, this story, today's Sakhi, is of Krishan Lalji. So this Krishan Lalji uncle used to live in Kanpur, and this is 1954. Krishan Lalji was a very good devotee of Huzurji. Huzurji and Mataji in the summers used to go to Haridwar and spend some time close to the holy river Ganges, which is a very, very pious river for Hinduism and for Hindu Dharam. So our Pujaniya Huzurji and Mataji also used to visit in summertime at river Ganges in Haridwar, which is in India. So they used to be there, and a lot of special devotees used to go and do seva. So Krishan Lalji had a real good wish that I really want to go and see Huzurji in Haridwar. So he went and visited, but before he left, he said, well, I really wish Huzurji let me stay there for at least 10 days. So this was just his wish in his mind. So he went and he went and visited Huzurji. He did his matha, and then Huzurji was very happy to see him, and then Huzurji granted him to stay back. So then he used to do seva at Huzurji, and Mataji used to prepare langar, from her own hands, and used to serve all the devotees. So thereafter, Krishan Lalji has narrated these Sakhis about his own personal experiences. Then one of the days, Krishan Lalji was sitting there and Babaji was reading one of the holy books, this is a Heer Ranja Pustak. This is a story which used to be long, long back. So this story Babaji was reading, and Babaji said, Beta, let us read that book. So in that book, Huzurji used these words, Jidhar jaye, Jogi, Namaskar Jogi, Namaskar Jogi, Namaskar Jogi. So Huzurji was very, very fun, loving, caring, and he used to, he was very, some of his acts and leelas were because he's the powerful. He's the one who takes care of all of us and the entire universe. So this he narrated, and then he told Krishan Lalji, let's go to the town. Let's go for a walk. And then, so these words says that wherever the Lord goes, wherever the Shakti, he goes, everybody bows down. So these words of the story is, of these panktis are, wherever the Supreme goes, everybody bows down. So Krishan Lalji went with Huzurji. So the moment they went, what did he see? He sees that there was the shopkeeper who was he was like mithai wala kind of a sweet shopkeeper. He just stood up and then he said to Huzurji, Om Namo Narayan. Salute to you, the Lord. Then aage thoda gaye, then he just went a little ahead, and there he saw another person, all of the sudden stands up, and people stood up and then started bowing down into Huzurji, saying Jai Siya Ram. Then there was one bank security guy. He just stood up from his stool and bowed down to Huzurji, Jai Siya Ram. So in short, Huzurji was trying to show this leela, to Krishan Lalji. So this is what he narrated. He saw that this morning we read these words and I saw these words happening right in front of me. Thereafter, Krishan Lalji went to the Haridwar, the Har Ki Pauri with Huzurji. And then see, Huzurji was such a magical. So he knew. Huzurji is asking Krishnalal ji, so you have been here for how long? He said, Huzurji, today is the 10th day, 10 days. And then Huzurji said that when you came here, what was in your mind and what did you think? And then he said, Krishnalal ji said, well, I thought that I would love to stay with you for 10 days. So Huzurji said, yes. So this is the 10th day. Get your tickets and you should go back to your Sangat, to all the Sangat, and tell them all about your experiences. Thereafter, Krishnalal ji said, again, this was only in his mind. He said, oh, now I have to take some prasadam, for all the Sangat, because I came to Huzurji, now everybody's going to ask, what should I do? Again, Huzurji can read your mind. He can know what's going on. He knows what your desires are. He absolutely is there to hear you. So thereafter, Krishnalal ji went, and then Huzurji stopped at the Haridwar Har Ki Pauri, where the Ganges flows. And then he said to Krishnalal ji, saying that, Krishan, go ahead and buy a bottle of, just an empty bottle, and go and get the Ganges, the holy water of Mother Ganges in the bottle. And then that's what he did. And thereafter, Huzurji was so concerned about his Sangat and the Prasad, he went back and he said, go get the bottle of the Ganges. And then Huzurji put his right foot, the thumb of right foot, in the holy water and made it more and more auspicious and pious. And then he said that once you go back, add some milk and some sweet, and then give it to all the Sangat little, because it's a big, huge Sangat. So Huzurji was so concerned, and then he gave some elaichis, and they said, you should go bless all of them. So, to my dear little children, Huzurji's children, so these Sakhis and these experiences of our elders clearly narrates how powerful our Huzurji is. So what I learned from this today's Sakhi, which I am going to read, I narrated, was that he knows everything what we want. He knows the desires we have. We don't need to just go and tell him. He knows. Just that your niceness, your bhav, your purity of Krishnalal ji towards his dear Pujniya Guruji was so powerful that he was being heard without saying. So our bhav for our Lord should be in such a way, towards our Pujniya Babaji should be in such a way where we can be heard without we telling him. So we all have to work on him. We have to have love for him. We have to have affection for him. And we should be devotional towards him. Okay? Thank you so much. And have a lovely day. Bol Sache Darbar Ki Jai. Jagat Janni Mata Ji Twadi Sadai Jai. Take care.